Hi there. Hi guys, this is Noor and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm feeling very 90s. I have the crimped effect in my hair, like the wavy, and I'm also wearing Rolling Stones, and also I am a 90s chick. I'm born in the 90s. So feeling my era right now. So feeling my era. So today I'm going to show you guys my everyday makeup look, showing you the transformation from this to this. If you guys want to know the products I use for the summertime, please keep on watching. Today I am going to be doing a get ready with me video. I literally have no makeup on, and I also want to show you guys my summer face routine, so like that I can always refer you to this video. I am a little bit tan. I don't know if you guys could see, but my body is tanner than my face. So it's very important to use some sunscreen. I do have a sample here that my sister-in-law gave me. This is from CLARINS sunscreen, which I love. And it's also sold out everywhere, which I really need to get myself one. But it's very important to put some sunscreen. So I'm gonna put some sunscreen on my face and on my neck. Next, I'm gonna go in with my primer. I'm using this primer. This is the Hydro Grip Primer from Milk, and I love this stuff so much. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and apply it on my face. For foundation for the summertime, I like to have my foundation as lightweight as possible. I don't really like to have the full coverage like I do in the winter time. In summertime, I just like my skin to be a little bit more glowy, a little bit more lightweight, and a little bit more softer. So this one here is probably one of my favorites to do that. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. Yes, it does say matte, but since I have dry skin already and I really don't like the over glowy foundation or the over dewy foundation, I prefer it to have a matte finish and then just glow it up the way I want it to, like you guys are gonna see in this video. So I'm just gonna grab this one. This is in shade Sand. I'm gonna put 2 pumps, and I'm just gonna take my MFMA sponge. This is amazing. If you guys want me to create a video review on these, let me know and I will do that. These are literally amazing. So I wet my sponge already, and I'm just gonna take the foundation and I'm just going to pat that all over my face. Yes, it looks darker, so I will bring it all the way down to my neck and my chest, because this is where the foundation is gonna match a little bit more. And I'm also going to take that to my ears. It's very important to do so. So now I'm going to take the foundation, again, just a little bit on the back of my hand here. And for my neck, I like to use my brush. This is the brush from Morphe and Jacqueline. This is the JH03. And I'm just going to take it and blend it all the way down my neck. So now I am matching. Next, I'm gonna go ahead, conceal, contour, and I don't think I'm gonna highlight in this video because the highlighting concealers that I have, they're way too light, but I'm only gonna use one that's gonna kind of like do both, and I'm also going to contour. So for highlighting slash concealing, I am using my Too Faced concealer. This is an Almond, and I'm gonna be doing the TikTok technique with this one. So I am going to put some in the corner here, like I've seen on TikTok. And also I'm going to drag it upwards like this. So I am trying this for the first time with you guys, actually. I've never tried this before. Then I'm gonna take my sponge again. I'm gonna take the pointy side this time, and I'm going to blend everything out. Ooh, instantly brightened up and looks so much awake. Oh my god, I love this. Oh my god, look at the huge difference that this makes. It's incredible. Let's do it like an ASMR, which I'm really not good at. Oh, okay, there you go. Sorry guys, I just realized that my ring lights were not on. As you guys can see, my face is snatched. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm using this one right here. This is from Juvias Place, and I love this brand so much, and I love this foundation stick so much. For contouring slash concealing slash foundation, This is amazing. I haven't tried the other shades of this one, but the only shade I have is for contour and I am obsessed. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to contour my face. So how I like to contour my face, now everybody's face is different and everybody likes to do this differently. In my way, I have my cheekbones right here and I want them to be lifted and up. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just going to drag my contour stick going downwards. Like that I find it just makes my face look more and then I also like to do the temples of my forehead, my nose obviously, and I'm going to snatch up my nose, just contour it a little bit. I know it looks weird, and I also like to do my lips to make them look bigger. So a little bit at the bottom here, and then on the Cupid's bow I like to go in a upside down W. It looks a little bit too much, but it really makes a huge difference. And now I like to go also cut my jawline. I do a light hand on this one because I don't want it to be too harsh. Then to blend it all out, I like to use my brush. I'm using the same brush that I used for my neck. And I'm going to lightly buff that out using circular motions. And while I am buffing out this side, I like to buff it out in going upwards and not downwards. We're gonna keep it like this for a second because I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge and kind of like buff it out a little bit more. Again, I'm gonna go into the temples of my forehead, bring it down to the hairline. Same thing on this side. And then the nose area, I like to buff it going circular motions as well. And then I like to take the rest and kind of blend it into the beginning of the brows, like right here. Everybody has this technique different, so you can do it as you wish, as how you prefer your contour to be done on your face. This is how I like it to be done. Oh yeah, I wanted to try some ASMR. I love watching ASMR, you guys, especially food. Oh, it's so satisfying for me. A lot of people hate it, but for me, it's quite satisfying. Oh my god, I will be the worst ASMR person ever. And then for my lips, I do the same thing again. Oops, sorry. Now for my lips, I'm going to do the same thing again. Instant plump. Okay, I'm gonna stop that, guys. So this is like an instant plump right there. So I'm just gonna take my concealer. Again, gonna put a little dot here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. And then blend it all out with the sponge. So all the liquids and creams are done. I'm going to go ahead and set it all up. I'm using my Juvias Place setting powder, and this is the I Am the Magic setting powder in Sahara. I'm gonna take a little bit of that. This is the same shade that I used to use when my skin was paler, but it still works with this foundation and with this skin tone that I have at the moment. So I'm going to take it very lightly and put it under the eyes to set the concealer. I'm also going to drag it down the nose as well when I set the under eye. And a little bit on the chin, and I did add a little bit on the forehead to set it up. Since I am breaking out a little bit here, I want to make sure that it's set and that it doesn't show anymore. Then I also like to go ahead and set the whole face lightly with some powder. This is one of my top favorite powders ever. This is from Lancome, and this is called the Dual Finish powder, and I have, this is a darker shade than my winter one. This is shade 310 Bisque II, and I like to take it with a big fluffy brush. This is also from Jaclyn and Morphe. This is the JH01. I like to swirl it around. I like to swirl it around. God, swirl it around the pan and then apply it on my face. And I'm also going to drag it down my neck. Then before I go ahead and move to the eyebrows, I like to set my face, and I'm using my UrbanDecay All Nighter setting spray. Just make sure that everything is gonna stay put and nothing moves. Then for eyebrows, I use the same product like I always use. These are my top favorites at the moment for my brows. I find that it just creates the perfect brow that I love. So the first one I like to use is the Benefit 3D Brown Tone in shade 2. Then I take my pencil. This is from NYX. This is the Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil in shade Ash Brown. So I like to use this shade for my brows since I have black hair. And then I top it off with this one. This is also from NYX Professional Makeup Tinted Brow Mascara shade Brunette. So I'm gonna zoom in and show you one brow, and then I'll do the other one off camera. Welcome to the close-up of my face. So the first thing I like to go ahead and do is that I like to brush them out. Lately, I haven't been plucking them that much, so if you see some hair down here, it's purposely there because I'm just, you know, trying to regrow them and reshape them. So I like to do that from time to time. If you guys knew me from the beginning of my tutorials, you knew I had no eyebrows. So for having my eyebrows that big and that thick, nowadays, I literally cherish every little hair on there. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. Not a lot of you guys like that. I know that. I'm sorry. It's very cringing, but also very delicious. Oh, I'm sorry. Once I brush them out, the reason why I love this pencil so much is that it has a little spoolie, so it helps me brush them in place before going ahead and filling them up. So the second thing I like to go ahead and use is my Benefit 3D Brow Tint. BrowTones, 3D Brow Tones. So I like to go ahead and use this in the front of the brows first. This is just gonna give me the illusion of fuller brows at first. So I like to just comb it in the front like this. And it also gives a lighter tone in the front because this is a little bit lighter than these two. Then I take the pencil and I just go ahead and outline my brow. So I always follow this line right here because I love how straight it is and I love how downward it goes, and I just go ahead and follow it up, and I don't put much pressure on my pencil at all. And I just follow that natural brow line that I naturally have, and I like to flick it out at the end like this. And then I do the same thing at the top. So I just follow my natural brow shape. Now, if you do have a little bit of a thinner brow, you can go ahead and maybe use a stencil of the shape you like, or you can just follow your natural brow and just make them a little bit thicker. That also works. I used to do that when I had no brows and it worked a lot for me. So it's always better to always follow your natural line, and then you can slowly build it up as you wish. For my brows, I like to have a really nice thick figure in the middle and then really thin it out at the end. I find it just brings out the shape of my face a little bit more, but you can always do what you desire and what you feel like it works best for you. So once I have that, so I only follow the natural line on the top and I just join it at the bottom. If you create any mess ups, it's very easy to go ahead and clean it out. So I'm using a flat brush with a little bit of my foundation. The flat brush I'm using is also from Morphe and Jacqueline. This kit is amazing if you guys haven't gotten it yet. You literally have all the brushes in there. So this is DJH43. And I'm just going to clean up a little bit here in the front. And you can also clean up the tail if you feel like you messed up just a tiny bit. It's fine if you don't fill up the whole brow with the pencil. This is where this comes in. And I like to go ahead and brush it in the brows. This is going to help fill in those little gaps that you didn't get with the pencil, but also it's going to make your eyebrow a little bit more tinted. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eye. I'm doing my everyday makeup look for you guys. I really like the cat eye effect lately, so I'm going to be doing the same thing. So I went ahead and I prepped the eye already. I used my primer. I used the Morphe primer. It's not really the best primer ever. I have to set it a little bit of powder because the finish was like, oh. So I just had to set it with a little bit of powder, and I used my Lancome powder. And this is the Morphe eyelid primer. Simple. So I went ahead and I used that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my palette. This is a palette that I use every day, and my camera is dying. I can't believe that. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this palette. This is from BH Cosmetics. I got this palette from my sister-in-law a while back. And it's so cute. When you open it up, you have a unicorn. I don't even know the name of it, but I will leave it in the, Marvy corn? Marvy cone. Corn. Marvy Corn. Anyway, I'm gonna be leaving it in the info box down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade right here. As you guys can see, this is the shade I hit pan on because I use it every single day. And this one is called Flounder. I'm gonna take it with a big fluffy brush. This is from MAC. This is the 217 brush. And I'm going to pop this color in the crease and also on the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, I'm taking this huge brush. This is from MAC, and to be honest with you guys, this is kind of like fading off, so I don't even know what number this was, but it's a huge one, and I'm going to take it and put that all over the lower lash line. As you guys all know, I like to have a smoked out lower lash line, so I'm just gonna go ahead and literally smoke the hell out of my lower lash line. I'm gonna take this brush. There's nothing on this brush. I'm just going to blend it all. So I'm going to be using a new color. I normally use the shade in the palette, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this for you guys. This is from Meadowless Sparkle Foil Pigment. And this one is in shade Touch in Soul, I think. I don't know, but it looks like that, and it's so sparkly. Look at it. I will leave that in the info box as well. I'm taking it with a shader brush because I find it holds a little bit better the foil shades. And I'm going to put that on the lid. And I'm also going to be using it wet a little bit just to make it pop. But by itself, it's a very nice shimmery shade with a little bit of a glitter flecks in there, which I love because it brightens up my eye. So I am going to go ahead and use it wet. I'm taking my Morphe spray with the Jeffree Star collaboration. And I'm going to take that pigment again and dab it a little bit more to make it pop. I'm gonna take that brush I used for the crease and I'm going to blend it out. Then I'm gonna take a big brush and dust out the fallout because there's a lot of fallout with foil shades, I find. Next, I'm gonna be taking a color called Sheesh, which is this one right here. This is called Sheesh. I'm gonna be taking it with a small, tiny little brush. This is from Morphe and Jacqueline. This is the JH42, and I'm going to put that right in the front, right here. Normally this is the shade that I put all over my lid, but I decided to just use it to highlight and brighten up my eye. I'm gonna go ahead and create my half cat eye wing, and I also did this in the middle right here too, just to kind of give you that illusion of a cat eye. And I'm going to be using my Stila waterproof liner. This is the mini size. I also have it in the big size, so I kind of like play with both. Wing out my eye. So to wing out my eye, I like to follow my natural waterline, and I like to go up with it. And then I just join it. I just do it halfway, and then I like to take the other one because it has a finer tip. The tip is way smaller, and I like to go ahead and create a little triangle in the tear duct area and just fill it up. Put mascara and pop on the lashes. The lashes I'm using are from House of Lashes, and these are called Bambi. They're not in here, but they look like this. They're probably one of my favorite natural lashes. And for mascara, I'm going to be using my They're Real from Benefit. So I'll go ahead and apply both, and I'll be back to show you the rest of the face. Oh, I pulled that very nicely, didn't I? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the rest of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and contour first, but before I go ahead and do that, I'm just going to highlight my face a little bit. This is where I like to do my face a little bit more dewy for the summertime. So I'm using this one right here. This is a really old product that my sister-in-law got me, which is really still good to use, by the way. And this one's from Aura. It's all like, you can't really see what's written on there, but that's the brand. There's like nothing else, but this is a liquid highlighter, and it has a little bit of that kind of like a pearly sheen to it. What's on the face, I know it looks dark on here, but when you put it on, it has like that pearly rose gold tannish look, which I kind of like. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is that I'm just gonna put a little dot here and a little dot here, and then I take my brush and I just lightly dab it on. I like to dab it and not sweep it, because if you sweep it, it's gonna take off the powder effect that you have at the bottom. But I just like to dab it and blend it out. And I also like to put it a little bit on the brow bone. So it just helps brighten up a little bit. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more on my right side here. And I am going to blend it outwards like this. So this is going to give me that dewy look without making it look too dewy. I like to take whatever I have on the brush and dust it on the tip of my nose like this. But I will be using a little bit of highlight. You might call this highlighting than making it dewy, but for me it's just highlighting and making it dewy for myself. Again, you do it like you wish and you do it for your taste. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my bronzer. I'm using my Becca bronzer in Capri Coast, and I'm gonna take it with my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush JH04, and I'm going to contour my face and chisel my face a little bit more. Now this is optional. If you did the contour, then you don't really need to do this, but I like to do this because I like my face to be a little bit more chiseled out. Then I like to bring out my beauty mark right here, and I'm using a brow marker from MAC. This is old. I don't know if they even have it anymore. I like to use a peachy blush in the summertime. Now this is from MAC. This is also from a really old collection that with like smudge in the back, but I think it's called Peachy Pool. Peachy Pool. And this is an old collection that I think MAC doesn't have it anymore. An alternative to this is definitely Peaches from MAC, which is also one of my favorite blushes ever. And I like to go ahead and apply that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm also gonna take a little bit and put it on my nose because I like that blushed look. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of my Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and Amerzy highlighter with the same brush that I used to blend out the highlighter, and I'm going to lightly dab and highlight my face a little bit more. Lastly, for lips, I only use a gloss on my everyday basis, and I'm going to use my Jeffree Star gloss in Diamond Juice, the gloss. And there you have it. This is my summertime makeover, getting ready with me, my everyday look, and the product that I use for the summertime because my skin is nicer and tanned in the summertime. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Everything I use in the video is going to be indicated in the info box down below for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification button to get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!